Alrighty, I can barely think because I have the STAM canopy open, but I can't meet you right now. Hello, hello, it is me, Mercury Glider. Today we're going to be performing laser-guided bombing in the F-14B Tomcat in nighttime conditions. I wanted to show how nighttime procedure worked on an aircraft carrier like this. And I fear that we might as well do probably one of the, at least in DCS, one of the best kind of carrier capable fighters, at least in my opinion. So, as you can see here, we have, I believe that's an S-3B. So, the cable right there. You have an E-2 Hawkeye over there, which is a radar plane. Radar plane designed just for our fleet, which is really nice, of naval aircraft. You kind of hear it roaring. If you watch my last video, you may have remembered me mentioning the light sticks. Those are light sticks in action right there. Go. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. I'm gonna get this aircraft started, and we'll get on our way. Powering on. Blast the equipment here. Be like usual. So I've essentially finished my part of the startup. Because the Tomcat, a two-person vehicle, if any of you are new to this kind of DCS information and all that, this uses, usually you would see him here, but I'm using an experimental multi-threading build for DCS instead of normal build, which is a whole other thing, but all you need to know is that usually it show the pilot here. I'll see if I can get a screenshot from like an actual video. And this is our little AI. He takes control of the radar intercept suit. As you can see here, this is a custom livery that I've made here. Let's see here, I actually get that name for Jester from one of my favorite campaigns for the simulator, actually. And let's see here. Not really that high quality external view, but that's a radar C. That is the position that he takes. I don't remember. There we go. They changed the controls here. This American flags thing here is also from. I think I'll have to see if I can link it. But this is from like a texture cockpit mod that I found, which came out really nice. But yeah. So while the INS is aligning, here's the livery I've kind of thrown together. This is taken from, I think it's the Diamondbacks livery? I think that's the name of the livery. And I made it have a blue outline there. The tailboard here, we have the two things here. This is a lizard. And I'm from Arizona. So that's why it's on both sides. You can't see the middle. That's why that's there as well. Oh, here's what we have a taxi to. As you can see, everything is red. Now you can make these green, but green is only used for daytime conditions. So because we are operating in nighttime, this is anyways. Now having the ground crew here. I remember how to do it. I'm going to show you a really cool method I use. See the kind of ground mission we're going for here. So if I create this and I just name it waypoint 1, and then I minimize it. If I go into gesture here, I believe it's navigation, steer point from map, and then navigation, steer point from. There we go. You can see that waypoint 1 is up there.
Roger.
So if we switch to his view here, by pressing switch here, you can see him inputting the coordinates. So this is one of the very few things that's handy about Jester, and we'll be using him a lot for this mission. Because with a vehicle like this, it is crucial to having both sides assisting each other. But anyways, let's get taxiing. And those mirrors. Yeah. This showing the road. As you can see there, I have engaged nose wheel steering. So system steering engaged. All we have to do now is scan for my joystick. Oh, my joystick isn't plugged in. That makes sense. Everyone who's wondering, the joystick I use, I love flying the F-14 so much. The joystick that I use is, see right there's a VK Beast and Gladiator Evo. The joystick grip that I'm using is an F-14 stick. So, there's a few colors that are different, but I pretty much have this joystick. And you can see I can select the weapons here with my real-life counterpart thing, which is really fun to use. Anyways, as I was saying earlier, let's get this show on the road. You can see that's the HUD camera. That's what toggles are kind of display there. I generally like to turn that off. That's what we're going to do here. Not like it really matters, we're not going to see much after we actually depart here. But it's just a important thing. Well, not important. I don't know why I said that actually. Let's see here. OMB commands. So steering disengaged. Alright. So, see thanks to the wing sweep here. So we're going to push our wing sweep forward. Because since this is variable swept wing, you can see the wings coming up. Good. And it's going to tell us to kneel with the nose strap. Now, I'm not entirely sure how it works. I see some of our hardware here. I believe there's like an air cylinder in here, and when you tell it to kneel, it presses that air cylinder. Now I have completely broken my camera by accident. There we go. Yeah, so as soon as I hit kneel, you'll see this thing here compressing. And then this is what they connect. I had some poor alignment there. But you can see here, this is kind of how we connect to the catapult first. So what this is called a holdback bar. And that holds the aircraft back for when we do a step up here. I'm not going to do it that fast. You can see the front part here connects. Now in the Hornet video, I don't think I really explained it, but this part is kind of like the launch bar. You can see how it gets stuck to that barb section, which pretty much yanks on it. The second this lets go, it starts yanking on it. And the way it's designed makes it so our whole tire assembly just flies right over. It's a really awesome system. I'm gonna load up flaps here. And we are ready to go flying here. So I'm going to tell Jester to, I guess such a cowboy's not going to bother, so just take off here. Barrels forward. It's going to really hear him in this aircraft. And what we're going to do is we're going to flash our signal lights here. That tells the crew, or the cabin crew, to be ready for launch. Here we go. Alright, so at this point, the only thing that is helping us here is our HUD. You just have to stare at the numbers and trust your airplane. Are the flaps not... Uh-oh. I told them to go up. Alright, I'm gonna be testing something here super quickly. Okay, we're good. I messed up a part of the takeoff procedure there, which was not good, because I could have broken the flaps and our wings would have broke. In fact, I am still not confident the wings are safe, so hold on. We're going to test a full sweep configuration. Okay, our flaps are indeed intact. I do not know how much of a kind of thank goodness moment that is. Anyways, we're going to start turning towards our waypoint here. And as I said, the only thing you have to trust here is just the instruments on your HUD. There's not even night vision at present on this aircraft. Moving close. There's enemy helicopters in the area, but those should not really be a threat. Alright, now at this point, I can engage here, so I can engage the heading hold. You can see I already have the autopilot engaged, which without any autopilot switches, all that means is that it's just holding our attitude. It appears that it's in a wobble loop, but we're just going to manually clear that right now. We're about 400 knots. You can see the wing sweep has engaged into auto mode. We are going to continue our ascent here. It appears we got picked up by a SAM site. I'm not going to personally worry about that until something goes bad, so I don't have any point. Okay. So right now I'm just telling Jester to set up the radar. As you can see that we have made it to 30,000 feet. I was not intending to do that. This thing is just a firecracker. In fact, I don't think we can even bomb or operate at that range. But that does mean that the SAM site probably won't attack. So we will descend. I was getting way too distracted with the gesture menus there. But yeah. So at this point, now that I'm cruising, I'm going to turn that off. I'm just going to sort of fly here. I'm also going to turn the position lights off as well. I'm going to keep the formation lights on. Get dimmer.
Oh, we got nails right on our 6.
Alright, so we've gotten picked up by an enemy aircraft. The only thing that I can think is trying to engage us is that triangle icon over there, since that indicates an enemy.
Overlord 1-1. Springfield 1-1. Request bogey dope. Springfield 1. Passing waypoint 2.
So we're going to talk to the AWACS.
Enemy reinforcements are en route to the mission area.
It says it's clean, so it has to be so low to the ground that it just doesn't matter. Unless it's... No, that's our waypoint. I'm not entirely sure what's happening there, but it should be okay. And by the way, this thing I keep switching to is our television camera, which is pretty much useless at night. But we would use that for identifying enemy aircraft, and also use it for like precision bombing and rockets. Or unguided bombs and rockets, I should say. Anyways, speaking of Jester here, you may notice that this menu, I can only interact with it by looking around.
Friendly, 245, 87 miles. Angels 24.
Good to know. But, yeah, so pretty much, this is the Jester menu. And I'm not sure how many of you are in the DCS here, but the developers of the F-14 I'm flying right now, Heapler Simulations, they are finishing up work on their F-4E Phantom, which is going to have a reworked Jester, and also be probably the most realistic thing on the planet. So, yeah, highly recommend you look into that, because that is going to be exciting. I've already personally pre-ordered it, which I don't really do. I don't really pre-order things, but I want to make sure that when that releases, I'll be right there. And when it releases, if I'm available, I'll try to see if I can do a live stream of it. Whatever that is.
Friendly, 245, 49
Goodness
miles.
me, man.
Angels 10.
Don't give me a goddamn heart attack. I thought it was going to say we had a missile house or something, but no. Anyways. We get to about 50 miles or so, or... No, I'm going to start descending right now, actually. This to be on the safe side. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop all the way down to 20,000 feet, which is our laser operating range. I just had a really bad thought. Hold on. Okay. That's not good. So, what's happening right now is I forgot to change out the laser codes while we were on the ground for the bombs. And you may be wondering, what does that have to do with anything? Well, the bombs are on the same laser code as the drone. So as long as we're aiming at the same thing, it should pick either our laser or its laser and it'll hit the same thing. Or we're just going to have to fight for laser control, which is not fun to do. Anyways, you can see here, we are currently on the verge of Mach 1, which is what all the shaking is for. Now this aircraft is Mach 1 capable, but the reason why we're shaking so much is because right now we're in the Mach envelope, which is this kind of part of like bumpy air that you have to punch through first. So we're currently right at that. It doesn't matter. We've reached our altitude. Oh, well, we've reached our altitude. This thing is insane. It says an insane aircraft. Now I'm going to you see when I engage these modes, it says autopilot reference. What that means, it means that when I press a button on the joystick, it automatically turns on the altitude hold and heading hold, I believe, which is really nice. You can see here, we're starting to fly over Cairo. So it looks really lit up now. You can really kind of get a grasp of our terrain right now. We have just entered a cloud there. That's why it got dark. It kind of looked like we were just flying into the void. That's why even I was kind of like, well, what? But I think it was just a cloud. Anyways, we're getting closer. So what we're going to do is, I should have done this in the first place. We're going to go from cruise mode to air-ground mode. So you can see our HUD flashing here. I think that's Chester setting stuff up. So we have two choices here. You can either pick the GBU-16 or antimatter weapon. That's a joke. That's the GBU-24. If for some reason it has a broken name, I'm not entirely sure why it does, but that's our GBU-24. So you pick between, I think, 500 pound and 2,000 pound, depending on the target. We're going to start with 2,000 pounds, so we can start with a bang. If I press this mode, here is our lantern targeting pod.
Now witness this fully armed and operational battle station.
Thank you, Chester. Yep, so that is our targeting pod. So I'm just checking a few settings here.
Okay.
Again, I'll explain these if I'm exploratory later. But essentially I've set it to manual release mode. Single, so only one, and then nose tail. Which nose tail just means that there's a fuse in both the nose and the tail being active. Anyways, we're gonna tell Jester to move the targeting pod to waypoint 1. We're not close enough.
Copy that.
I'm also gonna tell him to switch it to
Okay.
do white hot.
Oh, we got nails right on our 6.
Here's a bit Sam. Let's see if they fire or not. I'm trying to remember when Jester can.
You okay?
Yep, still not close enough. But yeah, if I kind of lower the trust, I kind of tweak it a bit. Now this targeting pod here is a very old targeting pod. In fact, the laser bombing we're about to do was a part of I believe, a prototype program for the Tomcat. If I remember correctly. Now, while I don't know much, I have watched a few documentaries and stuff, which I don't think you'll honestly qualify to say anything, but
Okay. Switching
in
gear
this,
track.
here we go. I'll explain it later. But as you can see, there's our targets. Let's see, some do
Roger that.
yeah, no, white hot is
Oh,
clear.
we got nails right on our 6. You roger that.
That is... Oh, we're in a cloud, that's why. Once we get out of this cloud layer, there we go, we're going to tell Jester to search for targets. We got into another cloud layer the second I told him to do that, so... Go over to head control, direct head control. I'm going to tell him where to put the targeting pod. And we'll just have to wait till we get out of yet another cloud layer. This is why I use GPS maps. This is a big one, too. We may have to turn our attack profile around. Okay, this is really bad. I believe we are... Okay, alright. Search for targets.
Contact. Captured armor. Laser range is valid. Right. 3 degrees.
Alright. Got it, man. Hold on.
Oh, we got nails right on our 6. 10 seconds. Come right, 3 degrees.
I know, I'm coming right. You're gonna have to
5
tell the bomb to guide itself.
Pickle that sucker.
Alright, we just barely made a bombing attempt. I kind of edit the contrast and such. You can see the target right there. I can also bring this view up, which you would use to record footage and stuff. But essentially, we have Jester using the bombs. That's that laser code. So, depending on which laser code, as I said, there's 2 of them. It's active. We should hopefully see an impact.
10 seconds.
Okay, kind of let Jester say stuff here.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so what happened there is the bomb picked
Heads up
the
Mayo
drone.
at 6 o'clock.
So what we're going to do instead here,
Terminate.
yep, terminate.
Okay.
We're going to switch to the GBU 16s. I'm going to turn off heading hold. We are going to initiate a big bang. So, thankfully, the smoke that we're seeing means that this is the same... Why are we... Whoa! Hold on, guys.
Laser range is valid.
Sorry about that. For some reason, our throttle just died on us.
Come right.
Hold on. That was incredibly strange. Anyways, now we're gonna do what he says. Come right, I am. I'm not entirely sure.
Come right.
I believe I am running into a similar problem. Give it Hornet video.
Come right.
I believe I've been muted this whole time, but what just happened there
10 seconds.
is,
Come right.
if you remember, we're not going to make that Jester, but if you remember in the Hornet video,
Come right.
I know, as I said, in the Hornet video,
Come right.
chill. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna have to tell.
Come right. Come right. Bring it right, 18 degrees. Heads up, nails, 12 o'clock. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Pickle.
Okay. I'll get him to shut up for a second. As I was saying, what happened there was, if any of you have watched my Hornet video, you may remember that I ran into a problem where the mute key for our microphone, because I like to whack the desk a lot and stuff. Yeah, that was de-throttling us. So it put us into a stall scenario that I barely pulled us out of.
Yes, impact.
Haha.
We're terminate.
Alright. We've taken out a second target. Switch back
Ground
to
vehicle
the...
captured.
Let's keep using the 16s. Well, that's what happened there. If any of you wondering, or if my microphone was muted. As I said, I explained it, but then I looked over at my recording, and it said it was muted. Anyways, I was gonna tell myself to just cut that out. If I already said it, but it showed a crucial bombing part. So I can't really do that. Anyways, we're gonna do what we did last time. Except this time we're not gonna fall out of the sky. You can see we're pretty much in full sweep, which you can't really see that pretty much means that we are in Dorito mode, is what I like to call it. Where we have like a perfect delta shape, which is the wing shape that you want for efficient,
Come right.
high speed. Here we go again, but for efficient, high speed aircraft. So you can see here the bomb could either go two ways again, which is fun.
Come right, 50 degrees.
So right
Laser
now,
range is valid.
I just overshot.
Come left 3 degrees.
Perfect. Alright.
Come right 1 degree.
Despite what Jester would tell you, we are pretty much in the perfect scenario now to drop this bomb.
2 degrees to the right. You can do this. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Pickle.
Got it. Alright. So as I said, this bomb can either go two directions. We'll have to see which thing blows up. This is why you always cycle your laser code.
Time to impact 10 seconds. Sparkle.
It appears to prioritize the drone again. So
Terminate.
yeah, I know. Fine. Whoa, Jester! What? Okay. He lost the thing there. So we're just gonna kind of keep going on here. I would, but I don't have the confidence that you're aiming right. Okay, good job. Good job. Yeah, this is why I need to learn the Wizzo seat. Or not the Wizzo seat, they call it the Rio in this spawn.
Roger.
Anyways.
Come right. Come right.
Okay, we're gonna have to do it. I just accidentally fired our gun. Anyways.
Come right. Come right. Right, 45 degrees. Right, 4 degrees. 10 seconds. Come right, 3 degrees.
No, so much for the autopilot, we're gonna oscillate. Oh well.
Pickle. Laser is on.
Okay, you better fire it.
Okay. Nails.
Thank you.
8 o'clock.
We're fine. 42. You see one hell of a boom here. I'll tell you that much.
10 seconds TTI. Oh, yeah! Impact!
Oh, that's what we like to see. Alright.
Copy. We're terminate.
Alright, we're gonna tell him to...
Firing my laser.
Jester? No. Stop it. Stop it, man. You're gonna burn the laser.
Wilco.
Alright.
On target. Nice shot.
We'll switch to air-to-air mode. And then we're going to switch our navigation to TACAN. This will give us the TACAN beacon to fly back to the carrier. And like usual, we have to get closer. Anyways, well, we're kind of flying back here. I'm going to briefly turn our lights back on here. Set our CLS here, or our RA-63. That's important, because since we're operating in nighttime conditions, we're going to be using this version, the Tomcat's version, of the automatic carrier landing system. Kind of similar to the Hornets, but a lot more rudimentary. More robust, though. I do have to say that it's a bit more of a robust kind of system. Anyways, you can see here that we have about 9,400. This is one big perk about the Tomcat, is that it has a lot of fuel. You don't ever have to worry about running out of fuel with Tomcat. So I don't think we'll have to aerial refuel, thankfully. Even though we could, because this uses a similar rope system. Sorry, this thing is such a big sail. Heck, sorry, aerodynamics. You can see it right there. Anyways, let's put it back in. Then you'll hear aerodynamics go back. But yeah, let's do this rope system. Just like the Hornet, because they're both naval aircraft. Now, the Air Force aircraft, they use booms, which I still don't know how to use yet. And as I said, since I'm going to try out that for Phantom when it comes out, I'm probably going to have to get used to boom refueling. The version they chose to make first was the Air Force variant, which was the most widely used variant of the Phantom. So I can see why they did that. But still, he uses a boom. I just tried tuning the air there and that still didn't work. So, oh well, we'll just have to get closer. I just don't know what BRC or, bearing they're at. Which is, as I said, the heading of the aircraft carrier. Is what I said in the Hornet video. Speaking of the Hornet video, I hope this one's going to be shorter. If it's just as long, I am so sorry. I had tried editing it down, but I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to take out a lot from the experience.
080, 90 miles. Angels 15.
The term we just used there, two-ship, doesn't mean that there's two boats in the sky, even though that would be kind of terrifying. That means that they are a formation of at least two aircraft. See a number here. But anyways, I was saying, I don't really like to take away from the flying experience, even though some people may find it boring. But for the people like me who enjoy every little detail of this stuff, I hope you all really enjoy it. But anyways, we still cannot talk to the tanker, so we're just gonna have to get out of the land here so we get closer to ship frequencies. Now finally hail the carrier.
Marshall 010. March Mops 256 450. Angels 18. State 7.1.
Yeah, you can see here now, we finally have a rough idea of where we are in relation to the carrier. You can see which direction we're kind of approaching it from,
Heads up,
which is
nails.
good.
12 o'clock.
I believe those nails that he's talking about are... Yeah,
Alright.
I wanted to adjust her though to set the data link host to the
Alright.
carrier. Forgot to mention this last time, but I believe this ACLS system only works for the Super Carrier DLC right now, if I remember correctly. I know they're playing with them for the free aircraft carrier in this game as well. I believe, again, I don't know. I don't really keep track of what features are in what. I believe this is just a Super Carrier DLC thing right now. Anyways, we're gonna keep kind of approaching it here. I'll start adjusting a bit more when we get closer. I'm getting ready to kind of approach the carrier from a different angle now.
We're Joker fuel.
That means that we are, I believe, 2,000 fuel above our bingo fuel, which is the amount of fuel we use to go home. We're well above those parameters, thankfully.
We have a friendly F-14, 10 o'clock low, 5 miles.
Here's the aircraft carrier. Obviously a bit too close, so we're gonna get some distance. Okay, it appears we are ready. Let's turn off. Landing mode. Might up be well. Alright. Here comes the scariest damn thing I never do. So, I generally stay calm. But in this scenario, I cannot guarantee that. The following scenario we're about to do
Looks
is
like
probably
nails,
the
1 o'clock.
scariest thing that you can do in DCS. Mainly because you're essentially trying to slam into a pebble. You're trying to throw a pebble at another pebble in the ocean, which is very hard to do. So, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen here.
Commencing state 5.0.
I just have to hope that everything goes to plan. So we're going to have to keep a close look at our instruments here. Mainly our analog ones. I'm going to overshoot the needles a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once we get below the glide slope here, with the vertical line, I'm going to
Nails on our nose,
engage.
12 o'clock. And nails, 1 o'clock.
So I'm keeping a really close eye on instruments right now. Right, once we get below those needles, I'm going to engage our auto throttle system, which only works for landing. Alright, not yet. I'm going to switch our back autopilot here to ACL.
We need to reclaim your superiority.
Probably does not want to go in auto mode yet. I'm going to bring the hook down here. Now it's just up to the throttle. Come on. Maybe we're going too fast. I'm gonna slow us down a bit. Incredibly weird. We're bringing flaps down, gear down. As you can see right now, I am fighting to get this auto. Okay. Auto throttles engaged. We just have to line up with the horizontal bullseye, and we will engage the ACLS system. I'm also going to pop out. Alright. I have popped out this special little spoilers on our wings that we like to call the, I think we call them the DLC actually, direct lift control. Okay. Come on now. Come on now. Not that. Come on, you got this. Come on. Climb. Jeez. Come on. I'm just gonna engage it. It has its own control now. I would like to do it better, but I do not feel confident. Alright, landing check. Hook down, gear down, flaps down, full sweep. DLC out. Alright. We have a visual on the aircraft carrier. Now, we just have to pray that this system works properly. Everything appears to be fine. We are flying the needles. See the meatballs align there.
Tomcat ball, 4.6.
Alright, we are currently, the wind you are hearing is from the aircraft carrier itself. I'm not sure why. I see why.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, shit! Okay, that's why they were telling us to wave off.
3-wire, psych, 4-wire.
Thank you for your input. I think we just slammed into... Okay. Okay, flaps up. This is when I hate the AI that is built into these, through the Inferno missions. It appears I cannot bring the wings back. Okay, we broke something on our wing. Up. I genuinely do not know where those aircraft came from. I genuinely do not know. I think they spawned. I'll have to take a look at the replay. But I think they spawned as soon as... Oh boy.
Springfield 3, airborne.
Man. It appears our hook is stuck. Okay. I genuinely do not know, as I was saying, I do not know where those aircraft came from. The only reason I did not wave off was because I genuinely do not trust the LSO AI, which is kind of bad, because that's the landing signal officer that you need to trust them. But man. Well, we're in one piece somehow. I believe the noise we were hearing was not from the mast here, but from that aircraft taking off. As you can see here, we have damaged our outer flaps. I wish we had a bit better of a landing there, but we're fine at least. That's all that we can, grateful for. Holy moly. Okay, well.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
I just told him to remove the...
Chief, place the
Okay.
wheel chocks.
I haven't even said an, or, I haven't even said an outro. Yeah. But I have zero idea what happened there. As I said, I will have to take a look at the what happened there. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm glad we're still in one piece. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. I'll try to do a better F-14 carrier landing later. Anyways, we'll see you all next time. So I've been trying to analyze this footage on what exactly happened here, because I still do not entirely know. Because, so I kind of summarize what happened here. Is I was coming down, as you can see here, and then I saw this S-3B pulling off, and the LSO said to wave off. Now what I didn't realize is that on the bottom, or on the top left there, it said foul deck, which means that there's an aircraft on it. So I thought, okay, there's probably, you know, an aircraft turning off it or something. So when I saw that S-3B, my eyes got locked to looking at just the S-3B. So I thought about it, processed it, and then I looked forward again. It was pretty much too late at this point. You can see the catapult person there guiding the aircraft. And this is when I look to my left, and boom. Now I still do not know where this aircraft went, because we clearly hit it. You can see here we definitely smacked into its wing assembly, which means that my aircraft and their aircraft should have exploded. But for some reason, all that happened was I blacked out, and we were fine, with zero sign of the aircraft. This has to be probably the weirdest occurrence I have ever seen of this happening. I think the only definitive way that I can actually see what happened here is if I sit through the mission and watch the track replay. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do this. So that's what we're going to do here. You're not going to sit through it, but I am. And when we get to this carrier part, I'm going to start recording again, and we're going to see what exactly happened here. Because I still do not know. We should have exploded. Okay, I have to record this part again, because I happened to record a last clip over a music track I was listening to. Go figure. But pretty much it didn't work. Okay. Yeah, it didn't work. As you can see here, it did not line up with the catapult. So the track replay is busted. So, yeah, I don't really know what happened here. I guess we'll never know. I'm assuming it must have despawned or something. Again, we should have seen a big explosion or something. But, anyways. This has been Mercury Glider. Thank you for watching. And hopefully our next mission won't result in a collision like that. Bye-bye.